Welcome back to JR TV, and today we're going to be showing you what else can be made in the JR Quantum Touch 4 blender. Everything you need to know is in the recipe books that are included with the blender, and for this one today we're going to be doing a berry sorbet. It's actually in the recipe book as a blueberry sorbet, but we're going to go out a little bit more on a limb and do a mixed berry sorbet. The beauty of the Touch 4 Quantum is that it comes with two different jugs. Other blenders give you separate jugs, but only the Quantum by JR gives you the metal stainless steel jug. Now for the majority of foods, for a lot of the foods, smoothies, soups, things like that, you'd be using your wet blending plastic jug. But sometimes when you're using or trying to create foods that involve the use of a tamper tool, whereby you have to push the foods into the blades, grinding nuts, making sorbets, purees, things like that, inevitably your plastic jug starts to look discoloured or scratched, I suppose. And that's something that us at JR have actually solved, which is good news, by creating the metal jug. So for this berry sorbet, we will be using the metal jug. Now the jugs only go on in one way with the arrow, and the reason for that is the unique feature on the JR Quantum Touch 4 is it has a built-in temperature sensor, absolutely like no other blender on the market right now. So you put that on in a certain way, just slots on nicely, turn it on, and the beauty of the metal jug is that when you're using the tamper tool and pushing down, it's metal. So the scratches are going to be minimum because metal's harder than plastic. But if you are scratching the inside of your metal jug, it's okay because you can't see it from the outside because it's metal. And it's also keeping your lovely, clear, beautifully designed plastic jug lasting longer anyway. So many blender jugs do tend to, or many complaints for other blender brands is that the plastic jugs tend to scratch, discolor, etc. We solve that by making a metal one. So what you got to do, you can freeze your, buy fresh fruit and freeze it if you like. We've cheated, bought a bag of frozen fruit, and essentially so that you can push them into the blades, always make sure that you're putting enough ingredients in so you can no longer see the blade. Slightly higher, I'd say, than that anyway. So in this instance, it's about 3 cups of these. It's not as much as you think. If we put that in, that has now covered the blades quite a lot. Don't need the whole bag, I suppose. We're showing how good this blender is. Let's do the whole bag. So lid goes on. There's a little arrow on the lid that goes by the spout. Okay, so the beauty of this blender, you could use a preset if you want. You've got smoothie functions, soups and grinding, but for best results I find with this recipe, or just with making the frozen fruit, you can give it a little bit longer, I suppose, to get the smoothest result, especially with berries that have seeds in. You want to be breaking down them seeds. The blades on this blender are made of tungsten steel. Again, why is it so expensive? You're having things like tungsten steel, whereas all other blenders have normal steel on them. Stainless steel jugs, tungsten steel blades, up to 40,000 RPMs of rotation speed to give you the smoothest result possible. And also, parts made of tungsten steel are much less likely to break on you, so you're confident that you're going to get something that lasts a lot longer. But the built-in DIY function, if this was a recipe that you were going to be doing a lot of, you could set your own, but for this one, we are going to just set it so that we're going to go to 60 seconds at high speed, all the way up, and that's all we need to do, and you get the blender going. Take the lid off and use a tamper. And we're done. Now for obvious reasons, after I've done this video, it's going to be edited and that will be made fast. No point in standing there watching me. But, oh, you take the lid off. Bear in mind I couldn't see that because it was not in the clear jug. I'm pretty confident that that's going to be a wonderful result. So the other thing you get with the JR Quantum Touch 4 from JR is accessories. With so many other brands, you spend the amount of money you spend on the machine and then you have to buy the accessories separately. You get everything, nifty little spatula, cleaning brush, which you won't need, but cleaning brush. And here we go, we're gonna get this out. There we go. And you have to believe me that that is as smooth a sorbet as you are going to get. This machine is rotating at over 40,000 RPM. Tungsten steel blades, as I've said, sharpened tungsten steel blades. In a stainless steel jug that you can hammer away at with a tamper tool. And that is about as smooth a sorbet as you're going to find. Hold on. Crikey. I've got to do everything I can not to eat all that. Okay, so that's your berry sorbet in the Touch 4 Quantum, made in 60 seconds, blind, couldn't even see what was in the jug because I'm using a metal jug. That means that you don't scratch your clear jug. There's not much more you can get in a machine, a commercial blender. That's given me the perfect result that I want. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and we'll do some more videos and show you what else can be made in this machine another time. Bye-bye.